Hey Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now. And today, let's go ahead and answer some mailbag questions. You guys ask a lot of questions on all of my videos down in the comment section, so I am here to try and answer as many of them as I possibly can and provide some news based on them as well. Let's go ahead and go with Schiller Joseph's question. He says, do you think adding another running back would help, or are we fine with the running back core as of now? Okay, we've talked about this a lot. We've talked about a lot of running back news, a lot of running back rumors, and what the Eagles would do at running back. I've said, and my current position has been, the Eagles will not be adding another running back because they're confident in Boston Scott, and they're very interested in the Corey Clement, Elijah Holyfield, the Killings, all those undrafted free agent guys all together there to be the number 3 and number 4 running back. However, looks like Devonta Freeman has a new agent, and he was rumored to have a lot of interest from Philadelphia. One that the new agent is Drew Rosenhaus, who represents 5 other Eagle players, and it looks like he's trying to get signed soon. The question is, will Philadelphia be interested? Here's what his new agent, Drew Rosenhaus, had to say recently, quote, "We want to work out a deal in the immediate future, and we are open to any team. He's healthy, he's in shape. I'm on a mission to have him give a team a lift in late July." Well, it is late July right now, and of course, being healthy is big in terms of Devonta Freeman has not been healthy the past couple of seasons and really hasn't produced in a while since a couple of years ago in Atlanta. However, he would fit the mold in Philadelphia, and if the Eagles don't feel confident in Corey Clement, who of course didn't play last year, basically due to a bunch of a season-ending injury, or they're not confident in Boston Scott because he was limited in his role later on in the Eagles season, they might go ahead and add another one. But my overall take is they don't need to add one. Miles Sanders gets the bulk of the carries in this offense. Scott will be number 2, and they'll figure out who is going to be number 3. But if they were to add one, it would be Devonta Freeman. That would be my last guess. Lock in the answer. Lock it in. That's where they would go if they were to go ahead and go out and grab somebody. But I wouldn't hold your breath in terms of signing Devonta Freeman anytime soon. Do you want to sign Devonta Freeman, though? With that being said, you think he'd be a good fit? Give me a Y down below in the comment section. If not, you kind of agree with me. Type N down below in the comment section. Either way, he'd be cheap, so it wouldn't be the end of the world, I guess, if you type Y in the comment section. All right, moving on. More questions here. Gavin asked, what are we doing with Corey Clement? Okay, so I just mentioned Clement, but I'll go ahead and do a little more, a deeper dive here for you guys. Essentially, the problem with Corey Clement and why he re-signed with Philadelphia is because he was injured all of last year on IR, a season-ending deal. He did not play basically at all in 2019, which is why he signed for the veteran minimum with Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago, which basically means they're hoping he does something, but they're not guaranteeing he actually does something on the Eagles. The last time he was really on the football field was 2018 for Philadelphia, where he had 68 carries and 259 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not bad, but obviously not, starting quality level running back stuff. Really, he's in the hearts of all Eagle fans because of what he did in the 2017 Super Bowl, because he was fantastic in Super Bowl 52, had that long catch on third down to get them inside the red zone where they had that Philly special. He had the touchdown catch in the fourth quarter that essentially put them ahead and put the pressure back on Tom Brady. So he's fantastic. He's an Eagle at heart in terms of being undrafted out of Wisconsin, so they brought him in really just to see what he can do this year, and I guess maybe push Boston Scott to be a better number 2 running back than he already is. But the odds of, I think, him being a significant factor in the running back spot is less so than more so, if that makes sense. I think it'll be Sanders, Scott, and then Clement in a 1-2-3 role in Philadelphia, but it will be running back by committee. So, maybe he does better than what I think he is going to do. Who do you think has more touches for Philadelphia in 2020, Clement or Boston Scott? I want to know what you guys think. I've asked this before, but I'm curious gauging the Eagle fan base. I think it's Scott, but if you think it's Clement, then let me know and tell me why down below. BLSG asks, will Jalen Hurts play as a quarterback throughout the season or play as another Taysom Hill and play whatever position he wants? Well, he's not going to play whatever position he wants, and I don't see him playing a lot of quarterback this year. If it was me, he wouldn't play any quarterback this year because I've said before, Carson Wentz needs to have the football in his hand at all times. However, if you want to go the Taysom Hill route, which is what people say they drafted him for, even though I think they drafted him just for depth at quarterback, then this is what you're going to get. Taysom Hill last year, what did he do? 27 carries, 156 yards, 1 touchdown. He completed 3 passes. He attempted 6. So you're going to get some running ability, which we know Jalen Hurts has. He did it both at Alabama and Oklahoma. So I guess if he does play this year, it'll be those, shotgun quarterback power plays or the quarterback sweep plays, or maybe they motion him and could have him throw or run. This is not going to be some crazy wildcat package where he's in the game 10 times every single Sunday and throws the football 5 times and run. No, if he comes in, it'll be quarterback power on 3rd down and 3, but it's not going to be as often. I think a lot of Eagle fans think that it's going to be, because even Taysom Hill, who is the prototypical wildcat quarterback over there in New Orleans, only carried the ball 27 times, which is like a normal work in terms of one game for like a number one running back in the NFL. So I don't expect a lot from Jalen Hurts. I think he just sits on the bench, he learns, and he comes in if the Eagles need him to in terms of Carson Wentz getting injured, which hopefully, right, knock on wood, that does not happen. Let's see. Ohana Means Family asked, do you think football will happen this season? Short answer is yes, I think it will. The question is going to be how long is it going to get through all 16 games? Then remember, they're not in a bubble like the NFL or like the NBA and NHL are. The bubble seems to be working right now. Whereas, as we saw with opening day for baseball just yesterday, there was the Washington Nationals player who tested positive hours before the game. So if that happens a lot, then it's probably going to get cut short. But as of now, I think it's going to happen. They have a good tester, by the way. They got an official, it was an official tester signed for the NFL, so hopefully the tests can kind of go quickly and everyone stays safe. But the odds of no players getting coronavirus, I think is very rare, so we'll see. I'm being hopeful. Yes, right? Like, fingers crossed, please let football actually happen. What is happening right now is a bunch of Eagle t-shirts are on sale. Chatsports.com/Eagle shirts, the place to go ahead and pick those up. Link is down below in the description box. You're seeing them on your screen right now. It's not just one t-shirt. There's a bunch of all authentic Eagles gear all on sale right now. Again, link is down below in the description box. Pick one up today. That way, when we do have football, we have a fresh shirt to go ahead and rep whenever you're socially distanced watching the games with your friends and family. Let's see. We'll do a couple more here. Dylan Duncan asks, who do you think is going to do better in 2020? Dillard or Peters? I actually hope it's Andre Dillard. Honestly, Peters is probably the right pick here because Peters has the experience, but honestly, you're looking at one in Andre Dillard, who has his first time full season starting at left tackle, versus Jason Peters, who has all the experience in the world, but it's his first time starting at right guard. So either one can kind of, actually play better than the other. Hopefully both play well. Obviously, that's kind of the goal there for having them both on the offensive line. But I think this is a big year for Andre Dillard. I'm rooting for Andre Dillard. He needs to have a big year. You don't spend a first-round draft pick on somebody, and they eventually become a bust without a lot of scratching your head in terms of what Howie Roseman and the front office were thinking. I've liked Dillard from the start. He struggled at times. They moved him to the right side to fill in holes. He struggled. Back to the left, he struggled. So hopefully, this is the year for him to play better. And they keep saying that he's been practicing really well. So hopefully this is it. But if someone has to play better, it's Dillard, because I think they could just put Matt Pryor or Jack Driscoll at right guard and be just fine in the case of Jason Peters. What's not fine is if you guys have not clicked the notification bell here on the official Philadelphia Eagles Now YouTube channel. Click the bell, that way you guys are notified whenever we drop the latest videos, which happens almost on a daily basis. We're covering a ton of training camp stuff, obviously starting up next week when training camp officially gets underway. So if you subscribe and click the notification bell, you'll be notified whenever those videos are released, which is a big deal, the way you are up to date on the latest Eagle news. Let's do two more here. Philly fan asks, how many MVPs will Carson Wentz have? We should have had one, honestly, back in 2017, because even if he had not gotten injured, he would have for sure been the MVP. And honestly, you could make the argument, even with the injury, the stats and the win and loss, it was all there for him to still win MVP. He would have had my vote back there in 2017, but I think he can still win one. I think he will win one at some point during his career. He has the weapons to win one this year. Didn't have him last year and still played, honestly, very, very well. So the hope is hopefully soon, but I think he can win at least one, maybe two. The last 5 NFL MVPs, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, and Cam Newton. There's a trend there. They're all quarterbacks, and they're all quarterbacks that won a lot whenever they won the MVP season. So it will take winning and stats to do it. And honestly, I think he's going to do it. At some point in his career, as long as he keeps progressing and doesn't get injured, he will win an NFL MVP. It's an unbiased opinion, but it's the truth. I think a lot of Eagle fans would go ahead and agree with me on that one. Give me your over-under on Carson Wentz MVPs, though, in terms of his total career. I'll put the over-under at 1.5 and say what you guys think, over or under. I'll take the over, honestly. I think he's going to win one, and if he wins one, he'll probably win multiple. Remember, you're going to get Carson Wentz for another 10 years, hopefully, in Philadelphia. If he doesn't win an MVP during that time, it's going to be a lot of unhappy Eagle fans, but I think that he will at some point in his career. Matt Ryan won an MVP. Wentz is better than Matt Ryan, so I think Carson Wentz, by that default, will go ahead and win an NFL MVP. Last one here. Tyler asked, what about Dez Bryant? What about him? Do Eagle fans really want Dez Bryant? I'm really curious what you guys, do you guys really want Dez Bryant on the Eagles? Right now, the current wide receiver depth chart is fine without him. I know Alshon Jeffrey is going to be injured at least through week 1, maybe week 2, with obviously the injury to his foot. He should be back at some point in the NFL season, but even without him, I think the wide receiver depth chart is fine. And honestly, if Dez Bryant was that great, and I know you see a lot of his Twitter stuff in terms of his working out with Russell Wilson or working out with Patrick Mahomes or whoever he was working out with in his latest Instagram video, no one signed him. And so if he was really that great and they really wanted him, he would have been signed up to this point. Has not played in the NFL since 2017. That's a long, long time ago. Was he good that year? Yes, he almost had 1,000 yards. But can he still be good? I don't know. Will someone sign him? Maybe if there's an injury, but I don't see Philadelphia doing that because honestly, they just don't really need him. I think overall, Philadelphia did enough this offseason, and if they really, really needed him, he's one phone call away. I'm sure he would sign, but I just don't see it happening. So unless you guys are crazy about Dez Bryant, I'm just not. I don't know. The old washed-up wide receivers are not something that I'm just falling out of my chair to go ahead and re-sign if I'm in the front office for Philadelphia. There you go, though. All the time we have for today here on this Philadelphia Eagles Now mailbag video. Hopefully your question was answered. If not, we do this on a weekly basis. We do news, we do rumors, and we do mailbags, so just stay tuned and subscribe the way you guys are ready to go for that. All the time we have for today, again, for your as your host, your fearless leader, Thomas Mott, I'm signing off for the rest of your day.